In this video, I'm going to be showing you this Meowscarada Wigglytuff deck list that's taking the ranked meta by storm and even performing well in tournaments. This deck is the ultimate counter to dark decks such as Darkrai Giratina and Darkrai Weavile, with the 140 damage that Meowscarada does absolutely obliterating them. In this video, I'm going to be over-explaining all my thought processes in a master rank gameplay, and I hope you enjoy. 97% of my current viewers are not subscribed, so if you enjoyed the video, please make sure to subscribe, I would really appreciate it. Now onto the gameplay. So we're going second into a dark deck. This is definitely a favourable matchup for us, regardless of what it is. It is Darkrai Giratina. So in this matchup, it's important to remember that you can one-shot the Darkrai even from 160 HP with red. I run one copy of red in this deck. For the Giratina, it's a bit more tricky. You want some sort of chip damage onto the Giratina. If he ever goes up to 170 with Cape, you are going to need some sort of chip damage to kill that. Although when he attacks, he does take the 20. Let's see. I'm going to draw my two cards. I am really worried about Mars in this matchup. I know they like to run one. We have our full basic trio, so I am going to play both Pokemon down onto the bench, because we're now playing around Sabrina. And I am going to thin my deck from one grass Pokemon. We're hoping to see Florigato here. That way we can push the 40 next turn and set the Giratina up for the one shot on the turn after with Meowscarada without needing our red. I also have the Sabrina, which could potentially be useful. I could pull in the Darkrai and start putting damage onto the Darkrai. So he does have Darkrai. He's going to start chipping away 20 damage. This is the sort of scenario we need Wigglytuff for, to start healing up to 20. I don't currently have it, but hopefully we can pick that up at some point. I also do have Erica in hand to heal up some damage. Okay, so he got the second Giratina, so this Sabrina loses some value. But I still think I'm in a really good position here to win this game. Let's see. So we do get the Cape. At this stage, I am going to put the Cape on the back Sprigatito. He did play Professor Research last turn, so there is still a good chance that he does have Mars in hand currently. I'm going to play it like this. We are guaranteed the Florigato. It's a shame I didn't get it last turn because we could have pushed the 40, but you have to make do without. He's also running Drudagon. I wonder if he's going to retreat right now. Maybe he has Leaf. Okay, so he is leafing into the Drudagon. Now we just need to kill Drudagon plus one of his Pokemon. We don't currently have the red. The red would be really important for pulling that off, but that's fine. Let's see. I probably want to push 40 damage from Florigato onto the Drudagon next turn. I'm just thinking how to maneuver it so that I also get the second Florigato. This is a really hard turn. So my options are evolve Florigato into the front Sprigatito and push 40. How much health would I then fall to? 30. Then I wouldn't be able to ever... If he has the second leaf, I'd be in big trouble then. I'm just going to play with the assumption that he does have the second leaf, since he was so confident to do that play that he did, retreating into the Drudagon. This is tricky. I'm going to evolve the back Sprigatito. I'm going to place the Cape on the front Sprigatito so that he can't just finish it off with 20. He would have to bring the Darkrai in to actually get the kill. I'm going to place that energy there, and then I'm going to thin my deck out a bit further. So that way, if he wants to kill this Sprigatito, he needs to have the second leaf and come in with the Darkrai. Now we can play with both Meowscaradas this game, which increases my win percentage massively. So now I just need to think about how to maneuver around this Druddigon. Could potentially Sabrina. I do have the Cyrus in hand. He would have to give me one of his 2 prizes to do damage onto. Let's see. So I'm always doing this. I'm always doing this. If I heal the Florigato with Erica, I go to 100. So I don't think I want to do that. I think the play here is to just push 40 damage with this Florigato. My reasoning is, if he retreats into Darkrai and attacks, we're always one-shotting this Darkrai with Meowscarada, then we can Cyrus in the Druddigon to finish it. If he retreats into Giratina and attacks, once again he'll fall to 130, 150 if he has Cape, which we will one-shot. If he just sits for a turn... Oh, so he does have Cape, so he's now at 80. So that buys him an extra turn. Don't really think that changes my game plan too much. But we're going to get that out of hand to play around Mars, which he is definitely running in his deck. Well, I take that back. Not definitely, but most likely. You can never be too careful with these Giratina abusers. I'm going to use Erica now. I still have a second Erica in the deck. So now the only way he kills it is with Giratina. We'll place our energy on the Jigglypuff. So we're pushing 60. Let's see. This Meowscarada is on 160. So this is always out of range of the one-shot. So I'm pretty confident that this is a winning position. We can always Cyrus in the Druddigon. The only way it gets tricky is if after we kill a 2-prize Pokemon, he Marses my hand away and I can't pick back up the Cyrus. That's when it gets really tricky. But he is playing the Druddigon version, so I'm hoping he doesn't really have any slots for the Mars. He's thinking about what he can do right now. It's really tough for him. He would need to retreat into the Giratina to take the kill on the Meowscarada right now. So you can see how perfectly this double Meowscarada Wigglytuff deck counters his deck. Like, honestly, it feels like there's nothing he can do right. Like, we spent so many turns drawing grass Pokemon with our Sprigatito, and he still couldn't do anything. Maybe he needed to have his Darkrai in the front spot and just hope that he could get the aggression down before I evolved. But he doesn't have that. We're going to take the prize, and we're going to be able to one-shot all of his Pokemon. I don't really see what he's hoping for in this scenario. He must be holding out hope for something. The only thing I can think of is that he is running Mars, and he's hoping to shuffle some cards back into my deck and then, like, retreat between each of his Pokemon. I mean, he has to know that I'm running red, so maybe he's praying that I'm only running one red and it's in the bottom 2 cards in my deck. He would need his second K to even have that potential out. Obviously, I do have the red, as you can see. So he's now opting to retreat into Giratina. He's going to take the kill on the Meowscarada. That'll only put him to 1 prize though. So yeah, we're going to take the win on this game. He's trying to hope that we don't have red, and we do have it. does have Mars. See, look, these pesky Giratina decks, they'll take every chance they have to win. And now I really need to pick up my red to one-shot him now. I do have the Cyrus, so he can never retreat this Giratina. I mean, this is just a win anyway. He's just delaying the inevitable. Even if I don't have red right now, like, look, what could he possibly have to win? He's on that Corpium right now. We're going to put him to 20. We even hit the Professor's Research. I swear down if I see a second Mars. There's almost 0% chance that he's running that. His only out at this point would be like Team Rocket Grunt to remove all my energy. I mean, he's still here, so he still thinks he has a chance. What could he possibly do at this point? So now he's retreating into Drudagon. He's going to try and push 20 damage with his Darkrai. We do have the Cyrus. He's basically just praying I'm not running Cyrus in the deck. See, look, this is how sweaty Master players take the games. Like, he's basically hoping that I'm not running a card at this point, but he's not conceding. Honestly, I kind of respect that. He's not familiar with my deck list. He's basically saying, okay, I hope this guy isn't running Cyrus. This is why it's so important to always run at least one Cyrus, so you can avoid this sort of scenario. We're going to show him the Cyrus and he'll concede instantly. Insta-concede. We take down the pesky Giratina abuser. What a free win. So we're going first against a water deck. We do lose the 33% and get the Jigglypuff, which is not what we want at all here. He's also forced to start Palkia, which is not ideal for him either. So most likely Gyarados Palkia Manaphy deck, since he has got the Palkia. We do find the Sprigatito, so we're going to slowly be ramping up into Meowscarada. I did play this matchup yesterday, and I noticed that if I get my two Meowscaradas down and keep my Wigglytuff in the front spot attacking, his Gyarados, he can never win the game. His Gyarados has to do one attack into the Wiggly, then the two Meowscaradas each get an attack off. So that's the kind of setup I'm going for in this game. He is using his Pokemon communication to try and find Magikarp, which he does get. He gets Magikarp and Manaphy. So other than the fact that he was forced to start Palkia, it's pretty much the perfect start for him. So what can I do here? So if I go one energy on Jigglypuff, he's going to go an energy on Magikarp, I assume. I push 50, he goes to 3 energy on Magikarp. Then I push another 50, so I'm never killing this Palkia in time. I'm just going to start off by drawing my 2 cards. So we do have the first Meowscarada. This is tricky. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to try and put him to sleep. Because Wigglytuff has a 2 retreat cost, I'm thinking next turn, retreat into Sprigatito, get 1 turn off with his ability to draw a grass Pokemon, because I really need to find all my Meowscarada pieces to win this game from this position. He's slowly building for a Gyarados, however, this Palkia has a 2 retreat cost, so until I kill it, or he decides to put 2 energy down, he's practically stuck in the front spot. So let's see. Yep, I do think the play is... retreat into Sprigatito and thin my deck for a grass Pokemon, and then after we get 1 grass Pokemon, I'm going to start building up towards my Meowscaradas. I'm not even going to play with the Wigglytuff yet, because one of my win conditions in this game might be to put his Gyarados to sleep for 1 turn. We don't really need the 2 healing, the 20 healing from the Wigglytuff right now. I'm also not worried about Mars at all. The Gyarados deck really doesn't run Mars. So let's see. He is starting to put energy on this Palkia. I think I'm just going to push 40. So I'm just going to push 40. No point placing Cape down just yet, because if he gets ahead, he's always one-shotting the Florigator, assuming he was to get one water from Misty. So there's no point playing the Cape yet. No point evolving. As I said, we might want to put the Gyarados to sleep for one turn, in the event that he somehow kills one of my Meowscaradas before it gets an attack off on Gyarados. So he does have the Gyarados. It's on 3 energy. Right, so we're going to have evolve that Florigator, evolve this Meowscarada. As long as he doesn't get ahead from Misty, I think we're in a really good position. Let's see. I'm just thinking if I ever want to place my energy on Jigglypuff here. Because... I am going to place the energy on Wigglytuff because... Jigglypuff, because Wigglytuff has a 2 energy attack. And we probably want our Wigglytuff to be the Pokemon that's finishing off Palkia, so that we can then get 2 Meowscarada attacks into the Gyarados. He's going for Misty. If he gets 1 heads, it's pretty much game over for me. Thankfully, he gets Tails. So he can't retreat this turn. He's expecting me to kill this Palkia right now. Let's see. So I'm going to, for starters, evolve this Meowscarada. What happens if I retreat into Jigglypuff, but don't attack, and build an energy on this Meowscarada? I'm going to get this out of hand. But this is a crucial turn. I do have Erica in hand. I do have the Giant Cape. So what I'm thinking is, he can never do 160 to this guy, because red doesn't work. So I am going to just attack. That way when he sets me to 20 health, I can use Erica to heal above that and get an extra attack onto the Gyarados. And as long as he doesn't keep pinging energy off the Meowscarada, this should be a winning position. That's why the Cape is so important in this deck. It allows you to get above ranges like the 140 from Gyarados. Even if you were to be running a Giovanni, it wouldn't be enough. So he's trying to stall. I think he realized that what he was doing didn't make any sense. So now he's just going to attack. But I think it's checkmate. I don't think he can do anything from this position. So I can Erica heal up to 70. I even have the second Cape for this Meowscarada. So I'm going to heal to 70, place the energy on the Meowscarada, and then we're attacking for literally 130 damage. Boom. And he can never get above 130 damage. We even had the 150 if necessary, but we don't, and he concedes. GG. You can see there was nothing really he could do in this matchup. Maybe if he started Manaphy in the front spot instead of Palkia, he would have been a lot more aggressive and it would have been harder to set up exactly how we wanted. But the fact that we got to set up as we wanted allowed us to easily win the game. So we are going first into a dark deck. We do get to start the Sprigatito. So even though we are going first, we should still technically be favoured into this matchup. Could be Darkrai Giratina, could be Darkrai Weavile. Sadly, we draw our final basic, so this Pokeball is basically useless, but I am going to play it to play around Mars anyway. We're going to slam both of our basics. Not too worried about Sabrina because we can always just sub in this Sprigatito, so we want to disincentivize the Mars as much as possible. Especially since we are going to be drawing grass Pokemon from our deck each turn with this Sprigatito. So he does have a basic Pokemon, So he's running Darkrai, Arceus, Giratina. So hoping he doesn't have Giratina right now, and that slows his game plan down a lot. If he's not putting one Psychic Energy per turn, and he doesn't have it. So here he's trying to use his Darkrai as a tank while building up the back Arceus. Another Pokeball. Wow, what is happening here? Let's draw our non-existent basic Pokemon. It's really unfortunate. This Brigatito won't let us down though. And we're going to draw a grass Pokemon here. We're hoping for a Florigato here. That is good. I'm probably going to evolve the back Brigatito and then draw another grass Pokemon the next turn. That would just speed up me getting potential for both Meowscaradas. And he does have a bit of a slow start, so I think we can play it slow. And once we get both the Meowscaradas down, I don't really see how he could win from that position. He is also going to need a leaf to be able to retreat. Okay, so he's deciding to put his energy on the front Darkrai now. He must have Dawn, and he's planning to try and catch me off guard by doing one energy and then Dawn to one-shot this guy next turn. There's nothing I can do to counter that though. He can never heal above 140 here. So this Florigato, well, this Meowscarada is always going to one-shot this guy next turn. I am going to place the Florigato just so that cards are coming out of my hand to play around Mars. Obviously, if he has the Dawn play, there's no point drawing the final Meowscarada anyway, so we don't need to do this Brigatito's attack. We have the other Meowscarada already, so we're always one-shotting this Darkrai if he does kill the Florigato. The final piece that I need in this game to feel really safe would be Wigglytuff. Okay, so that's interesting. So he doesn't have the Dawn, but he is leafing for some reason. And now we're just getting free damage onto the Arceus. Let's see. So if I retreat into Meowscarada and push 130, he falls to 30. If he puts in energy on the Arceus and attacks, let's assume he's holding all of his basics and he does 130. He could even have Giovanni in hand and he's trying to like catch me off guard. But then I'm thinking of, if I push 40 with Florigato and put him to 120, if he's running any sort of healing, like one potion takes him out of range of the one shot from the Meowscarada. So I think I need to go for the play where I retreat into Meowscarada and push the 130. There is a very slim chance that he can one-shot the Meowscarada if he's holding on to... I am thinking about using Erica on the Florigato just to play around Cyrus. I'm not sure how necessary that is. I am going to hold on to the Erica, I think, because I'm banking on this Meowscarada being able to carry the game. So having this Erica just to heal it above, like, for example, 20 or 40, if he somehow sets me to those health thresholds, would be really important. And if he's Cyrusing in the Florigato, he's wasting an attack into it, which would be bad for him. But yeah, he would need exactly 2 basic Pokemon plus... Okay, so he did a ping for 20. If he has 2 more basic Pokemon, he does kill it here, but he doesn't. So this Dawn kind of acted like a mini Giovanni. Well, I guess a better version of Giovanni since it did 20 instead of 10. So if he had 2 more basic Pokemon there, he would have killed. 1 wouldn't have cut it. As you could see, he would have only put me to 10. So we do actually have the Sabrina here, but I am just going to heal, one-shot the Arceus, and he can never get to 3 energy in time. So this is game over. This is completely game over. He can never get to 3 energy. Because he placed the Rocky Helmet, he can never put Cape down on it to go to 160. So we are always one-shotting that Darkrai. We've just completely dominated this deck. This tier 1 meta deck, and we've destroyed it. The reason Wigglytuff is in this deck is because it heals for 20 per turn. And you can see how that would counter the Darkrai, can't you? Like, the Darkrai does 20 damage per turn. The Wigglytuff could then heal that 20 per turn. It's a really insane combo that you need to try. I'm going second into a Psychic matchup. Most likely Mewtwo Giratina. So he's running an Arceus as well now. Must be experimenting with something. We do start with this Brigatito, which is what we're looking for. Now we just need to find the rest of the line. Meowscarada, Florigato. He's running Arceus Mew. I've never seen this deck, so I'm curious to see what he's cooked up, but let's draw 2 cards. We do have the Jigglypuff. Am I worried about Mars? Am I worried about Sabrina? Thing is, I do want to be able to push the 40 with Florigato next turn. If I play Jigglypuff and he has Sabrina, I'm not doing that. I have no idea what his deck is, so I'm just going to assume that he isn't running Mars, and I'm going to play a bit greedy here, but I think it's the correct play to play a bit greedy here. Because let's be real, there's more chance he's running Sabrina than Mars, right? Next turn we can push the 40. Arceus is one of those cards where you need a bit of chip damage to finish him off with the Meowscarada. I mean, we do have the red, but we can't. We might want to save that for the Mewtwo at the end. And now we can push the 40. I can now play the Jigglypuff because he can never... Even if he does Sabrina now, we can just retreat into it. I'm going to place that Sprigatito as well. So we're in a really good position here. Next turn we have the Meowscarada to finish the Arceus off. Even if he has like 40 healing, we have the red. So let's see what he does from here. He concedes. I would have liked to see what the rest of his deck was, but the aggression I was putting down was too much for him. Really nice quick game. So I'm going second into a fighting matchup. Could be Gallade, could be a Rampardos deck. Hard to tell by just seeing the Marshadow. It could be either currently. I do have the Sprigatito start, which is what we're looking for. Okay, so it is a Rampardos deck. He has double Fossil on 1. That's absolutely crazy. When I play the deck, I can never find Fossil at all. So he has a much better start than what I would have. So I'm going to hold this Brigatito in hand just to play around Sabrina. Probably doesn't matter, but I am going to do it anyway. So we currently don't have the Florigato. We need to ramp up into Florigato ASAP, so I'm hoping to find that really soon. I'm going to place this Brigatito now and place an energy on it. Let's see. From experience in this deck list, it's important that you put the capes on the Meowscarada over the Wigglytuff, so I'm going to get that out of the way now, just in case he is running Mars. And we're going to thin the deck. We really need to see Florigato here. 2 out of 3, and we do hit it. Next turn, we can start pushing 40 if we want. Let's see what he goes for. So he does have his Lucario, and he's pushing 60 right now if he wants to. I do have the Florigato and Erica, double Erica currently, so I can heal back to basically full health out of the threshold of his 40 anyway. He doesn't currently have either Cranidos, so I'm going to want to go aggressive here. We get the final basic, which is Jigglypuff. And I do want to start going aggressive now, so I am going to push the 40, and I'm going to heal with Erica. We'll use the cute card art Erica, since it looks better. Look how cute that is. Now we'll push 40. So let's see. From his point of view, he really wants to see a Cranidos right now. He is drawing 2 cards, so there is a good chance he finds it, unfortunately for me. He's discarding 1 fossil for a Railu. Okay. So if I don't see Cranidos now, I'm in a really good position. He's opting to retreat. If he doesn't have Cape, this Railu is getting 1 shot. Seems like he's setting up for the revenge kill. This Marshadow is going to do 120. I can heal out of that range with this second Erica. So this Erica was huge. I'm going to place the energy on the Jigglypuff so we're ready to attack for 50 if we ever find that Wigglytuff. And even though it's only for 30, you need to Erica here to get out of range of the 120. This Marshadow does 100 with the revenge kill, plus 20 from Lucario. So we're at 160. Actually, I forgot I had Cape, so it did heal for the full 50. Now we finish this Railu. So he has to come in and do the 100 with Marshadow. So we'll be getting our second prize next turn. In that time frame, he'll probably find the Cranidos. So then he'll come in and finish off the Meowscarada. And we have 2 really strong 1 prize Pokemon to try and take the final prize. So he is Sabrina-ing to take a prize right now. I am going to give him the Jigglypuff. I feel like as the later the game goes on, the Meowscarada is going to have more value if I can get that. So we're going to come in with Meowscarada and finish the Marshadow. Then we just need 1 more prize. I do run 1 Sabrina, 1 Cyrus. So if I can find those, I can bypass some of his Pokemon. We do have the second Florigato ready and waiting. We're just going to attack here. And now we just need 1 more prize. Let's see, what is it exactly that he can do here? So Sudowoodo is weak to grass and will get 1 shot. He has to just put his fossil in and hope that he gets Cranidos. His Cranidos will have 90 HP and be able to push 70. And we can't one-shot it. We'll put the Cranidos to... and he doesn't find it, so he concedes. GG. That was a fun game.